word? What's the deal? It's your boy Sonny Winters back going live today. Outside as usual. Well, not as usual, but most times. Get some fresh air. About to go to this walking to go get a workout. Just that. As usual, see what I'm traversing, but got a little cut workout spot over here, a little calisthenic spot over here where I go, work the body, get some fresh air on the way there. It's a crisp morning. Tapping in, man. I appreciate you. It's the first time. Appreciate you. If it's not your first time, I appreciate you too. Just out here vibing today. I'm talking about survival as usual. Big shout out to my man Ja Ace TV. Big shout out to Gab Life Tiz, his platform. These are some brothers I rock with. A lot of people like to start their joint off telling you to like, subscribe, and share. But I'm gonna share my brothers' platforms and people I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Mac Mean. Big shout out to good brother Jamel Saladin. Brothers I'm naming is brothers that I actually rock with the content, with the vibe, with the energy. Me and Ja Ace had something the other day talking about the K-Flock situation and surviving that, of course. Always survival with me. Ja Ace want everybody to win. Tiz is getting it in over there at Gab Life. GAAB TIZ. You know what I'm saying? He getting it in. Should look crazy behind me, right? Should look like a scene from a scary movie. But yeah, I want to talk about survival some today, man. Not this kind of survival. People think about survival. We tend to always think about the woods. We always tend to think about, just outside, bugs and trees and eating berries and, but it's urban survival too. It's survival where you live at. Most of us live in places that's heavily populated. Most of us live in places that have a lot of buildings. You know what I'm saying? Less trees and a lot of buildings. I'm from Brooklyn, so I remember when Giuliani got rid of all trees and Bloomberg had to kind of do his thing to get it back. They didn't really got it back, but I guess it was an effort on paper. So I think that's important. Right now, you got a lot going on, man. We got trains derailing. Train derailed in Ohio, right? New Palestine, Ohio. Train derailed. It's like vinyl chloride or something another. You know what I mean? Vinyl chloride or something another that was leaking over there. Big shout out to Stuck in the System too. That's little bro. That's definitely little bro, man. He got a lot. He got a lot coming up. He got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But it was just for thinking about the cities that we live in, and then we got spills happening right outside the city. That directly affects the city. You feel what I'm saying? That directly affects that. That makes it so that we got to keep our eyes open. One of the questions I used to have for years ago in New York for people was always like, yo, bro, if most of us get our water in the city comes from like upstate New York and it comes down. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down, where do we get our water from if they shut that off? You see how the water affected that blackout, right? So now if the water can affect the power, we're going to get into that in a minute with the power, but just with water, fresh water. And now you're saying they fucking up the water. The water got vinyl chloride in it now in 5 states surrounding it. It went into the air. It looked like a it's like some type of osprey or something right there. That ain't the regular bird. I don't know if y'all heard that. You hear me? He had like a nice pattern on the tail. I think it was a he and a she, because they was flying together, out in the wild. apex predators like that. Two dudes ain't hunting together like that. You feel me? Yeah. Hold on. They don't fly together like that because they gotta hunt. You know what I mean? So I know that was a male and a female doing their thing. You can see behind me still. So one of the main things we're talking about survival. I wonder if I could go under or should I go over? It's like a cross in the roads right here. One is under, one is over. I always go that way up. I never went under. It's like the classic survival situation. I mean, I'm not on some survival shit right now, but this is something that is common. You got a crossroads. One is a tunnel, one is a path, right? If you wasn't moving how I'm moving, say less. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really too worried about it. I figure I'd come down here and get a little glimpse of the artwork. Look, love thy neighbor. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? Come down here and get some of this audio. Look, we speaking of fresh water. It's always about, but back to what I was saying though, right? So we don't know where to get water from. So we got to come up with a plan where within our households, within our cipher, within our clique, within our community, where we able to come up with, we got contingency plans in place that, you know what I'm saying, that in case, you know, when it hits the fan, because it will hit the fan. It's been hitting the fan slowly but surely, as we can see. You know what I'm saying? You got balloons, you got UFOs, you got train derailments, you got a lot going on right now. And, you know, especially on YouTube, I see a lot of people, I don't know, man, we focused on some bug stuff. You know what I'm saying? So one of my main components to think about within survival situations is first and foremost security, right? If you're not securing what you got, if you're not securing yourself, if you're not securing your loved ones, you're not putting yourself in a good position starting out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Hence the going to work out. You know what I'm saying? Keep the body strong, keep the body conditioned, keep the body disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Disciplined mind. But nobody ever wants to work out. People always say, oh, but it's cold. Oh, but it's hot. Nobody ever really wants to work out. So, you know, to really get your mind in the discipline of you're gonna do something even though you don't want to do it, and then it actually comes into play. Hello, it actually comes into play that it's the lady out here walking through. Saying it comes into play later on in your mind. It kicks in that this is something that you love doing now. You know what I'm saying? So that's one component of it. Two is watching your surroundings, man. Situational awareness, to me, starts with everything. This is basic everyday survival, you know, but when it hits the fan, definitely want to be able to assess threats. We're going to get into assessing threats and how to assess threats and what should your marker be based off of that. But just situational awareness. You know, I always tell females that's on vacation, females that's not even on vacation, just moving about. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the dressed up, little dress shit, you know what I'm saying? Just out and about. Take a selfie when leaving the building. Get this view right here. You can see who's behind you. Look. Act like you puckering up or whatever duck mouth y'all do. And you know what I'm saying? And check out your surroundings. You notice I've been checking mine the whole time. You always check your surroundings. Situational awareness. Knowing where you're going. Checking my surroundings, but at the same time, I'm about to get hit by whatever this is coming up behind me. Yes, sir. Situational awareness. Did y'all even see that? Y'all even see that? I didn't even see that behind me, then I just heard it. So this is real time right here. But situational awareness definitely starts in any situation with survival, right? That's like knowing what's going on around you, knowing your location that you're going to. You know, a lot of times, you know, I know My wife, she's probably used to it a lot. Always, yo, you got your ratchet on you? Yeah, she got the ratty. If it's a situation where she can't have a ratty, all right, boom, you got your knife. All right, cool. She's gonna downgrade from the knife. She got the pepper spray. A lot of times she know how to get the pepper spray in. So her levels of assessing threat and being able to move, well, the ratty gonna be in the car, and I can spray whoever down until I get to the car. And then her physical capabilities could get her to the car, maybe even get somebody off her physically. All of this stuff enhances your chance at survival, right? And I'm just tying it all in. Like I said, if you're just tapping in, I'm just working out, headed to a workout for the day. Talking about urban survival because it's a lot going on with the train derailments and all these different things going on. Civil unrest could happen at any time, and I think a lot of us are not really thinking about it. But I implore people to have plans within your crib, right? Fire plans even. How we gonna get out? Wake the kids up, man. Shake the whole house up, fellas. Wake the whole house up, man. Wake everybody up. Make sure they know where to go or on a drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? It only takes a couple of minutes, you know what I'm saying? They got fire drills in school. Let's make it happen. Have a plan. Like I don't even want to talk about like my plan personally, but like let's talk about plans in general. Things that I look at and look for when it comes to urban survival, right? It hits the fan. For me personally, you got to pick what type of game hunter you are, right? I consider myself to be a big game hunter. You know what I'm saying? I don't hunt technically, but it's a metaphor. Hello. It's a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? Yoga pants looking crazy on anybody. I don't get it. But I consider myself to be a big game hunter. So when it hits the fan, I'm not looking to be scrambling around, grabbing TVs and groceries out the store and all that. That's not my bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm more so thinking stay out the way. Like the first wave or whatever happens, people are always going to take care of themselves. People are going to exterminate themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of people shooting each other, killing each other, wasting ammo, wasting resources, risking injury, going after the wrong things. Once the smoke clears, you see what's needed. You see what you got to have. Me, I think up high, like a bird's eye view, right? So in urban areas, you know what I'm saying? They say the rooftops in most cities are the easiest places to access. I know that from my days of just photography and going to all lengths to get shots. You know what I'm saying? I've been on plenty of rooftops in New York City where I wasn't supposed to be, where I got permission to be, where I learned how to get access to. I'm not talking about the regular residential buildings. If you know my portfolio, if you check my portfolio, I'll maybe post some pictures or something, put some links in the description. You know what I'm saying? I've been, you see the big Chrysler building in the background, like up high with the Chrysler building. Which way am I going here? So rooftop access is something that's fairly easy to access, you feel me? And that's something I think that's important because you're staying, of course you gotta assess your weather, you gotta assess your because you don't want to be up on the roof in the middle of the day in the summertime. You'll burn up, of course. You want to put yourself in a position always in urban situations to be able to move around, right? Have a view, and always have a situation that you can put yourself to the wall where you can protect yourself. Whether it's a rooftop, whether it's a cove, like over here is a nice little nook. But see, out here where I'm at, I would opt for the woods. I would opt for the mountains. So I'm talking about like New York City. I'm talking about Miami. I'm talking about Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Even Chicago, all I just named actually Philly, Baltimore, DC, Richmond. These cities, most of them have real close accessibility to the woods. People's in Chicago, New York, probably LA. This is urban areas where, what I'm saying, they don't have much but buildings, you know what I'm saying? Not even trees. So them buildings you gotta use to your advantage, right? The buildings also have resources in them now, right? Shit hits the fan, who's gonna really be in the building? Security coming to work? You know what I'm saying? This is something you might wanna assess. I'm saying now you got the whole fucking 34th floor in the Sears Tower or the Chrysler building or the Empire State building or just one of these crazy buildings. Look, audio in the head get crazy. Audio in the head get crazy. You want to keep stuff, birds is chirping, flowers is out. You want to keep stuff readily accessible on you too. Wow, is that a train? It's like a light rail. Oh, nah. Building up, huh? It's a hell of a walk too. You got a lot of greenways and different things like that. This one kind of leads to a nice get it in. So at the end of this, I'm gonna be getting it in. Some pull-ups. Got a bad knee, so I haven't been getting it in for a while. I'm out of shape. But yeah, in urban situations, you also want to carry with you every day. You want to carry with you every day things that you can use. So while people are out in places like, where there's more trees and stuff like that, like where I'm at, you might be more inclined to have like a fire starter and, rain jacket and things like that. Well, I would suggest anybody have those two things, but it's not imperative in the city because, fire, you can kick the store window in and get 1,000 lighters or, it's just different planning. But I would definitely have weapons, close combat weapons. You know what I'm saying? Short knives. You know, I got I keep a tactical pen on me. The tactical pen comes in very, very handy with the tactical pen because with the tactical pen, you could break glass. It's a serious poker. It's a non-lethal, so it comes in like a pen, so you can still have the pen option. Um, Flashlights. They got flashlights that have stun guns on them. They have small flashlights that have glass breakers. A lot of things have glass breakers, because believe it or not, you'd be surprised, when you need to break a glass to get out of something or to get in something. So I will always get a lot of things that's small. I have both of those in my bag now. A glass breaker, a flashlight with a glass breaker on it, and a couple of other options, and a tactical pen. That's always. Man, I thought I had further to go. The park is right here. Gotta get it in. It's all good. I got my iPod. What else you need to have? The light is important because as coming. I wonder if that's Tiz right there. Yeah, it sure is. I wonder if see, I do. Tell you something. There's a couple of people I know. Tiz one of them. That's him right there. Nah, son, you hitting my live right now. You know what I'm saying? Tiz is one of them. Big shout out to Fat Boy, Nostrand Avenue. Fat Boy is another one. They don't never worry about parking. Me, you see how far I just walked? I've been on this live for 17 minutes. I just walked 17 minutes to get to this. Nah, Tiz, I'm on live. You keep hitting me right here. I'm on live. To get to this joint right here, which is a nice little cut right here. I just want y'all to know. I'm going to flip the camera. Yo, Mac Mean, yo, peace, God, peace. I had shouted Mac Mean out earlier too at the beginning of this, man. It's one of the few brothers out here that, what I'm saying, when they talk, I can listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Come from where we come from, talking what we talk. But, you know what I'm saying? I always say the weak kneel to the strong to the wise. You know what I'm saying? Some of my brothers got wisdom and strength. So I salute that. So, Mac Mean definitely. What's good, kid? Peace out, kid. Yeah, this is the park right here, though. We're talking urban survival. If you just tapping in, figured that would be a good topic today on the way to the park. Talking about some things. What else? What else we need? What else we need for urban survival to hold it down? You can always do blickies. You know what I'm saying? We come from the hood. We all know what a blicky can do. All of us that don't know what a blicky is. You know what I'm saying? You can do it a box cutter, stuff like that. You want non-lethal weaponry. Like I said, I got a bad knee, so I can't even get down like that. Like I said, they got a lot. Oh, spray! I just sent my son some spray. Man. Some pepper spray. I got a video on here about pepper spray too. So I keep a little pouch. I ain't gonna get into too much what I keep on me because I'm outside. I keep a little pouch. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite things right there because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You heard? But like I said, I keep the tactical pen. I was just talking about the tactical pen. I keep rope. I got rope in there. I got that's a extra magazine in there. Of course, I got my iPod and my gloves. But situational awareness is important. Being able to assess threats is important. All the stuff I'm talking about carrying is no good if you don't know how to use it, right? So being able to assess a threat. Do somebody need to get sprayed or do they need to get poked, right? When do you poke them? When do you spray them? In some states, like where I'm at, where we at, when do you shoot them? You feel me? I try to encourage everybody to keep some pepper spray on them, though, because every situation don't call for somebody to die. You know what I'm saying? I come from that school. Like, I hear a lot of dudes talking about a lot of these jail stories and different things like that online. It's kind of crazy to me because I never really went to a jail situation in no county, whether it's Rikers Island, Dade County, Correctional. None of these places I ever been at, I ever was the ops was my brother. It's like, when do we walk in a building? I'm looking at the bubble. Who's in the bubble? Like, that's who I'm gunning for, not just for physical things, but for see how I can manipulate things, see how things can get handled in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's never to hurt never to kill nobody, always, for me. So I think the pepper spray and the mace comes in handy with that. I think that comes in super handy with that, where it's just, back up off me. In my case, I could play rock, paper, scissors with a nigga. I'm with it. Like, we could play rock, paper, scissors. I'll spray you down right here at the 7-Eleven, fam, because I don't want to clap you. And then if you want to up the ante and back yours, we could do that too. But for the most part, spray you down. You forgot why you even came over here. You keep it pushing. So I think in urban scenarios for survival, I think your defense is important, right? Not on some, herb shit, but like defenses could be your best offense, like they say in football. So if you got stuff, you want to hold that down. If you want to get stuff, you need to be able to hold it down. And that's what it's all going to come down to. And one thing you don't want to do in survival situations is make decisions based off of scarcity, fear, lack of. You don't want to do that. That raises your anxiety. Then you be bound to kill somebody. So you want to kind of always prepare in ahead of time. Of course, prepare the word. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, as they say. So I try to do these every now and again, just to kind of put the thought in people's heads. Make these drills happen in your crib. You know what I'm saying? Make these drills often with your kids. Make it fun. You know what I'm saying? We waking you up at 2 in the morning. When the last time you got to get up at 2 in the morning? Pick your ass up and let's run out of this house and make noise. You know what I'm saying? If you see something, this is how you assess a threat. You know what I'm saying? What's the intent? What's the capabilities? So I always tell my kids, you know what I'm saying? What's the intent? What's the capabilities? What's this person capable of doing to you? What could you get away with right now? What's your exit plan right now? If you think they're capable of doing X, Y, Z, what's your counter play for that? I tell my wife the same thing. I tell everybody, my brothers, all of us, let's think about that. Intent and capability. So hence the name of the live and shit. Let's start seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's just stop looking at it. Let's kind of absorb it for what's going on. See, I got people in the park, they getting it in. I'm over here running my mouth and shit, right? But I wanted to make sure I got all my points off, especially before Tiz get here, because Tiz about to show out. That's where we at. Nice little spot in the cut, you know what I mean? Nice little spot in the cut. Just gotta keep the body right. My knee was messed up, so I feel out of it right now. I'm crazy. But situational awareness is super important, man. Super important for all of us. Being able to assess a threat. A lot of times stuff don't even be a threat. You know what I'm saying? We act on it like it's a threat. Like niggas is out here fishing with dynamite a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? A simple bump. You know how many pardon me fams I done got and gave in my life? You're part of me, fam. Yo, pardon me, Aki. Yo, pardon me, black man. Yo, pardon me, Paul. Yo, it don't take nothing to say pardon me. So assess the threat. Somebody bumped you and it wasn't like that. You don't got no smoke. What you worried about it for? You know what I'm saying? What you worried about it for? But we're gonna do something, man. We're gonna put some more together, because I do the urban one. I think the urban ones is important. Urban survival. People think survival, they think of this where I'm at, out in the woods. Oh, Sonny, you like to be in the woods. I don't really like to be in the woods. I find peace in the woods. I know what to expect in the woods. I know what to expect when I see a bear. Just saying, these fake daps and these fake smiles and dudes popping bottles in clubs, that shit always makes me uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Wolf recognize wolf, so I guess that's all I see when I'm in certain spaces. But at least I know what to expect when I'm outside. So I'm comfortable out here. But I want everybody to be comfortable where they at. We chilling, but when it hits the fan, EMP blast hit, and we don't got no electricity, what we gonna do, people? How we gonna eat? How we turn on the lights? Yeah, I said pack a little flashlight in your bag, but that ain't gonna hold you down for a week of doing your thing. So think about these things, man. Put these things into play. You know what I'm saying? I see tears coming up. I might just I might just let this fly just because. But I just want to stop in for a second, y'all. I know I'm not good at talking to myself for too long. I'm used to chopping it up with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Money and Violence interview that I did on Circa. Check out my other platform, We Are Flatbush. That's the Flatbush documentary page that just took a life of its own and pretty much documenting the streets. But we started with primarily Flatbush. You know, so tap in, man. I'm about to get this workout on. I know I ain't really one of them workout dudes and have everybody watching and all that. Y'all stay strong, man. Stay tall, man. Stay dangerous, most important, man. Get home safe. Get home back to them babies. And get home to them families, man. Love is love always. Thanks for rocking with your boy.